Hi guys, welcome back to another Daily Tarot card. These are your Daily Tarot cards for Friday, May 6th, 2022. Today we're pulling from the Dark Mansion Tarot cards. So we're starting off with the Six of Cups. And the universe knows as it blesses your cup that you bless many others. And I feel like universe is sitting there and highlighting the fact that who you are. Definitely getting knockings of this with the Queen of Cups. Don't let anyone diminish your light. Don't let anyone try to tell you who you are and who you aren't. You know, there's been times in my life, and I said this to someone where, you know, I was given opportunities and people tried to make me feel like I wasn't worthy of it, or that tried to poop on my parade. And it's like, you know what? There's always going to be someone, or 100 of them, or 1,000,000 of them saying negative things. But you got to listen to yourself. You got to realize that the opportunity came because it was meant for you. While you're sitting there putting in the hard work, working overtime, doing everything you can to be the best you can be, you know, you got to sit there and just take that opportunity and run with it. Others don't like it, that's fine. There's going to be 1,000,000 others like them behind them. All the opinion matters at the end of the day is yours. The universe brought that into your life for a reason. The Six of Cups represents innocence, nostalgia, positive thinking. This card has an overall feeling of childhood nostalgia. It embodies feeling free and pure and allowing your past experiences to guide you down new paths. And I was saying, like, when past experiences come up, because Spirit is trying to say, you've been through this before. We got this from the Magician with Throne Thursday. You have the wands, the pentacles, the swords, and the wands to sit there. If I repeated any of those, I apologize. To sit there and see this through. Maybe there's something where it's like, we want to see if you learned this lesson. So that's why they're giving you these knockings. You've been here before. At that time, you were vulnerable. At that time, you weren't thinking clearly, but now you are, and you've experienced it, and you wanted to change this. This is the positive things with Mercury Retrograde. It's like, we've already been here. So let's do this in a positive way. Let's change for the better. It's scary, yes. Me and my girlfriend were talking about this today, where it's like, it scares us, but it's like, if we always live in a safe space, we have no chance to grow. We don't see what we're made of. The universe didn't put it before us because they wanted us to fail. They knew we would succeed, and we got to trust that. You may be feeling playful, compassionate, and willing to help others when the Six of Cups appears. And I definitely get those feelings that, when God blesses certain people's hands, he knows that they will bless many others. And that's why he does. That's why these people get blessed many times fold. We go to the Seven of Swords. Or Seven of Wands, excuse me. So it's all about standing your ground. He's only standing in a combative situation because he feels threatened. They're talking about, if you look closely, that he's wearing two different colored shoes. They're saying maybe because you're on unstable ground. We're definitely getting that with the sun and Uranus in conjunction right now. So we're feeling uneasy. We're feeling unstable. We're either thinking too much far in the future and it's making us feel anxious, or we're living too much in the past and we're feeling depression. Live in the moment here and now. Be grateful for everything that you have in front of you. The man is wearing not matching shoes. This is linked to this to symbolize of being on uneven ground or not having a stable footing in life. I feel like this is just like pre Mercury retrograde feelings. You feel this way, but it doesn't mean that it's truth. And I feel like a lot of times we have to ground ourselves and see what that truth is. If you're a person that lives beyond the veil and you feel these feelings, or maybe you feel these feelings and you didn't realize you were that intuitive or that in touch beyond with things, it's like the universe is combating with each other. That's why you feel this way. You have nothing to fear at all. We have healing taking place here. Mercury retrograde, it's now posted. Forecasts and projections talks about a healing taking place. Healing is not as simple as it sounds. Accepting a situation. But with that acceptance, there's feelings with those feelings. We don't want to accept this situation. We want to change the narrative. But unfortunately, especially when it comes to people, places, and things, we can't change those things as much as we want to. This is the empath in you. You think you feel like if you do something for them, that would change them. It's not. Sometimes you got to just accept people are who they are, and that's it. There's no, you can't do anything. No matter if you give them the sun, moon, and stars, they'll never be happy. They'll never love you the way that you should be loved. And that is a hard pill to swallow. This is why the universe always says, turn to me first, because I've always loved you. I've never turned my back on you. We think when there's flows or valleys in our life that we think the universe is turned. No, those are learning lessons. And sometimes it's of our own volition. We sit there, we give to these certain people, and it's just like when our back is against the wall, we are like, oh, don't worry. I've had this one's back, I've had that one's back, they'll have my back. Nope. They will not have your back. And that's who your real players are in your life. This is why they're saying accept what is in your life as it is. It may not look exactly like you want it, but today does not define the rest of your life. Accept what you have, be grateful for what you have, and keep moving forward. I feel like this is why the universe keeps blessing your cup. You are seen as the Queen of Cups. Queen, King, they of Cups. You're empathetic, you're loving, you're caring, you're nurturing. Others don't fill your cup, the universe does. Warm, nurturing, filled with love. Very Empress energy on the minor way. This could be coming from us, or it could be someone else that crosses our path today. There's a sense of calmness in the air, and our thoughts are turned inwards. Very spirit Mercury Retrograde. Everything is turned inwards. This is why we feel attacked. This may be a time of soul searching, learning about ourselves. And that's the one thing. It's like, like I said, there's a situation that came about and I was just like, oh, heck no. I'm like, come on. This is the worst timing ever. And the universe is like, you can handle it. And I'm just like, huh? I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, I can't handle this. This is too much. It wasn't easy, but we made it through, And it's just like, I'm grateful for that we made it through. And it's a huge blessing. But it didn't feel like one at the time. And that's the thing. It's either we could sit there and go with it, or we could sit there and fight it, and bitch and moan, and cry, and react, and waste our energy, or just try to recoup whatever energy we can to make it through it. It's a temporary situation. That's all you got to tell yourself. It's temporary. The quicker, the less that I stop dragging my heels in the ground, and the quicker I let this happen, the quicker it'll be over. And I can keep getting on with my life. This may be a time of soul searching, learning about ourselves. We are very in touch with our emotions and those around us. You're feeling these intuitive qualities. These intuitive like downloads. Maybe you have an inkling to call someone and it's like they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you called. Because they wanted to hear from you. Or I was thinking of you, I did my meditation and only I know one person I could have messaged about that because she's experienced the same thing as me. And I was just like, you know what? It's okay. She works as much as I do, let her rest. And I'm like, maybe I'll just keep this one to myself. And she ended up reaching out to me. And I was like, oh my God, I was just thinking of you. I'm like, I was going to reach out to you, but I thought I was bothering you. So I just left it alone. And then we were talking a bit. But you know what I mean? It's just, I always think I'm bothering people. And then they think the same thing. I don't want to bug you because I know you're busy. I'm like, I know. I say the same thing about you. And it's just like, but we want to talk to each other. It's just like, if they don't message me right away, I know because they're busy. We go to the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is always bearers of news. News coming in. A rebirth here, That's what I get with the Page of Wands. Something coming in new, And this way, they're talking about we're unique individuals. Unconformative. So they're saying that we thrive on being independent. We require little people's approval. We just live life the way that we want to live it. So perhaps a mischief maker, as they would say it, because we don't beat to everybody else's drum. So they're sitting with this, saying that someone is the benefactor of something, and I'm not sure if they're in charge and it's supposed to go to you, if this is the sense that I get. Why they're in charge, I have no idea. but it's meant for you. But it's like they want you to jump through hurdles for it. And they're showing, like, when you do go do the puppy bowl, I think they call it, and they have the dogs, best in show, and they're doing all those tricks to win a ribbon, and I think it's like $100,000 or something like that. That's what they want you to do. Jump through these hoops. Come on, monkey, juggle those balls, crap your pants, fart, whistle, hit yourself in the head with a pan, so you'll get the benefits of this. And you're like, oh, hell no. Mm-mm. If I have to sit there and belittle myself because you think that's who I am, you got the wrong one, And shame on them for making anyone feel like that they should sit there and belittle themselves to get what is theirs, to reap the rewards of what is truly theirs. So you may come into a situation, especially with this Page of Pentacles coming in, that for some reason, this idiot is in charge. And they're going to sit there and dance, monkey dance. Disgusting. Shame on them. Shame on them. It's rightfully yours. They should not have a say of what happens. So we have the Six of Coins upright. Plays into this Page of Wands. This person is only being generous because they're going to announce it to the whole world. Oh, look what I did. Oh, look how great I am. Oh my goodness. How amazing of me that I did this thing. A long time ago. They're showing like 2011, 2012. I was, we've always been a generous family. Whatever we could give. And we would do like a lot of people do. We would write it off on our taxes. And they said, you're not supposed to do that. And I was like, what? And they're like, because you are reaping a reward of what you donated. I was like, wow, that just blew my mind. I'm like, I never even thought of it that way. They're like, God sees what you donate. That's all that matters. You don't have to worry about writing it off or showing it off. And I always felt conflicted with that. We would do like Smile Train and stuff like that, where they fix the cleft lip of little children and it pays for the procedures and all that. And they're like, they encourage you to share. And it's like, well, we're told we're not supposed to advertise what we do. But it's like, well, you have generous friends that are like yourself. And I do. I'm very lucky that I have souls in my life that are like myself, where it's like, we see, we empathize with situations. Like they were bringing up one, this was, I think last year, the year before, this poor mom, she had left, I don't know if she left things in the dryer or she left the dryer running. Maybe she forgot about it. I don't know. She went to Walmart. God bless that nobody was in the house. And I guess there was lint in the tube or something like that. I don't know how it happened, but there was a fire. Burnt the whole house down. Whole house went up into flames. She didn't have insurance. And she was just like devastated. She was left this house. And they were homeless essentially. So, some friends got together and, they started a fundraiser, and it's like, thank God all of us, donated, so that way they could rebuild. I never look up on those stories again to see how they're doing. Sometimes I get curious, but I'm like, it's none of my business, but it's just like in those kind of situations, I know a lot of my friends are empathetic to those natures. Cause it's like that easily could have, I'm the type of person that's like, I try to plan for worst case scenarios, but one case scenario, I never planned for it. And it's just like, you never know what's going to happen or when it's going to hit. We don't know, and it's unfortunate, but this is where they're talking about here. That someone is being a showman about this. Oh, look at me. Oh, look what I did. Oh my gosh, aren't I so great? And they're only doing it because they want to be, oh my gosh, you are such a wonderful spirit. They don't see what they're doing. You know what I mean? So it's just like, again, like I said, they're going to want you to jump through hurdles and all this and do all these crazy things. And it's just like, you know what? Keep it. It ain't worth being under your thumb. It ain't worth it. So is a symbol of a magical talesmanship. Represents wealth or potential. The suit represents something supportive that is available to you, whether it is health or some kind of talent or material or financial resource. So, generous with strings attached. Generosity with strings attached. We get that twice. but without having helped anybody really better themselves, better him or himself. Sometimes there's an interference that will be given, expecting something back for his giving. Perhaps, okay, we won't go there. That's a little too far. But it's like they expect something in return. You know what I mean? They expect you to jump through hoops and humiliate yourself or grovel. Oh, without you, I never would have made it. X, Y, no. Nope, 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 nope. You know, if you have to sit there and grovel, that it ain't worth it, honestly. So this Page of Pentacles talks about how this young person is learning skills right now because it's going to be useful in the future. So maybe your young one got a job, and they're saying that those skills are going to be useful in the future. It looks like this young lady is going to inherit her grandfather's mechanic shop or something like that. She's holding a wrench in her hand. So it's like learning from those experiences is going to take her far in the future. Like, it's for a reason. You know what I mean? She's learning how to treat customers, how to not, and how to treat customers. You know, learn from other people's mistakes, you know? And it's like they're coming into that. So very entrepreneurial. You know, they're saying like learning how to grow vegetables, being self-sustainable, you know, learn how to grow your own vegetables, how it tastes so much juicier because they were seedlings and now look what they've come into with all your hard work. You know what I mean? So I feel like, you know, they're trying to raise children properly, you know, in a such of a way where it's just like being responsible for yourself, you know, and being responsible with your resources. You know, spend a little, put a little bit away, you know, save, save, save. Be smart with your money, you know. You don't need every Gucci bag. That don't mean nothing. Just because you wear Gucci don't mean you're better than anyone else. Yeah, it looks nice, but doesn't mean you're better than anyone else. You know, it's all about status, you know. But with the Seven of Pentacles, it's talking about this young entrepreneur that will come in. It looks like inherit a family business or some sort of, you know, maybe there's a spin on it. You know, they have her in front of a building. I think it's garage doors. I'm not 100% sure because it's not like pulling back, but she's standing of some sort of structure, and there's yellow siding and a red roof. It looks like. So I'm not sure if this is a garage or not. Like, you know, I do see doors on either side, but it's like, you know, I can see the windows, but are these little doors, big doors? I'm not sure, but they were showing a wrench in her hand. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Friday, May the 6th, 2022. May the universe bless you good. Take care of yourself during this energy. Honestly, until the 10th, you know, just sit there and take it easy with yourself. You know, just realize, you know, that, you know, the sun and Uranus are battling each other. And, you know, and Uranus is going to be present when Mercury enters the air for retrograde. So, you know, just, they're saying conflict. So just take it easy. You know, if you have to, you know, set up boundaries and isolate yourself at this time, I would definitely do so. There's no point of battling over nothing. Why waste your energy on situations you don't need to? So may the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card. Bye.